Hello and welcome back to Knowledge Bites once again. Today's lecture we will discuss fundamental of syntax of C programming. Okay, so in our previous lectures we have already discussed how to create directories and files in Linux based commands. Okay, so today we will discuss how to write C programming. Anyways, programming is a C programming or any programming is a language of computer science. Okay, so whenever we need to learn any language, we need to learn its basic grammar. Okay, so in computer science, grammars are basically known as syntax. So every language has its own syntax. So to learn the language, one must know the basic syntax or formulas of writing a programming in a standard way. So first we will discuss what are the basic syntax of C program. Then we will check how to write a program. Okay. Now how to create a file we know gedit then file name. Okay, I have already one existing file name syntax underscore min.txt which contains syntax of C programming. Okay, let's see. So these are the syntax of C programming. These are the basic 12 steps. Number 1 is preprocessor directive and header file. Number 2 is global variable. Number 3 is function declaration. Number 4 is int main. Then parenthesis. We will discuss what is this. This is actually nothing but a function. We will discuss what is function and what is all. One by one each steps. Then starting curly braces. Then local variables. Then we will discuss why it depends. It is written depends. Okay. After that, body of the program. Then function call. Again body of the program. We'll discuss why it is written two times. Then return 0. Then ending curly braces. Then function definition. These are the 12 syntax or 12 steps towards C programs. Okay, but this is the most general way of writing program, but there are some necessary phases, means necessary steps. All these steps are not required always. We must follow minimum steps through which we can write C program. Okay, I'm omitting the extraneous one, means the minimal ones are present afterwards. Okay, so this one is not required for the beginning, then we can omit this one. Okay, we can omit this one. These two are important, we'll discuss. Then this one is not required right now. Sorry, we can omit this one too. So basically we have these 7 steps to write a C program as a beginners. Okay, so number 1 is preprocessor directive and header file. Again, number 2 is int main. Then number 3 curly braces. Number 4 local variable. Number 5 body of the program. Then return 0. Then curly brace. Okay, so what do you mean by preprocessor directive? Okay, when you write a program, it actually what it actually does, it refers from some libraries. Okay, so it get compiled, then it gives the output. To get the output proper way, how it actually works, after writing the source code we command our compiler to compile the file, right? Then what actually does, compiler checks the errors, then converts it to the executable file, then we command to run the file, then it gives us the output according to the input. Okay, so preprocessor directive is something which actually works before compilation. So there are several types of preprocessor directives. We'll discuss one by one whenever it is required. So basically we have a general preprocessor directive that is known as hash include. We will discuss in the first program itself. Then afterwards it is header file, means this preprocessor directive directs the compiler to include that header file. We'll discuss in the program. Okay. Then we have two more basic rules. Number one is any program starts with main and ends at main. What does that means? That means, okay, main followed by this symbol, that means it's a function. So here in line number 2, int main, it is a function, and the statement says that every program or any program that starts with main function and ends at main function only. So means after int main, this curly braces meant for the beginning of the main function and this means for end of the main function. तो ये मतलब है कि अगर हम प्रोग्राम में int main लिखते हैं तो int main के बाद जो कर्ली ब्रेसेस से स्टार्ट होता है और उसके बाद जो एंड होता है एट द एंड. So within all these statements, within these curly braces, everything written is by default known as body of the program. But body of the program is also segregated. We'll discuss later on. But the first statement, what it states, every program starts at main function and ends at main function. So after main function you cannot write anything. We'll discuss some more exceptions later on anyways. So first statement is clear. Every program or any program starts with main function and ends at main function. Then local variables. Okay, here we have written what do you mean by depends. Means, see, whenever you need something to give you output, you need something to input. Okay, but in some cases you don't need input because you know what should be the output irrespective of the input. Anyways, when you need input, you need some variable to store that data. That's why you need local variables. Why they are known as local? Because they are local to these curly braces or this block of statements. Okay, we will discuss some examples one by one. Then what do you mean by body of the program? That depends on the question. What is the question? Depending on the question, body of the program evolves, because body of the program depend on the question what it is asking for. Okay, after that, then return 0 is a fixed suffix statement, we can say, which is always predecease the ending curly braces. Okay, so one more rule is there, we can call it another rule or second rule. Every statement in a program is followed by semicolon. Okay, followed by semicolon. We'll discuss in the program. Okay, so let's have some discussion with one program. Okay, let's save this and close this. Okay, here we have two files. I want to create one program file that is no what will print. The question is write a program to print hello world. Okay, so create that. To create that file we need to create a C programming file. How to create it? Gedit, then let's say hello.c. Why C? Because C is the extension of the file. To create a file of C programming we have to write gedit, then hello is the file name, then .c, then enter. Okay, here we got the new file. What is the first statement? Our first rule, preprocessor directive and header file. So preprocessor directive is hash include, then angle bracket. Within this angle bracket, what is the header file? stdio.h. Okay, hash include is the preprocessor directive. Hash include is the preprocessor directive. Then what is the header file? stdio. Stdio stands for standard input output header file. That header file includes every predefined function which is required for input as well as output. Okay, sorry, required for input as well as for output. Okay, now what is the next rule or second rule or second step is int main, then parenthesis. It is the beginning of the function. How to know it is the beginning of the function? Curly braces, starting curly brace and ending curly brace. Within that we can write our block of statements. So what is the question? Question is, what is the question? We can give these symbols, this forward slash, double forward slash means it is a single line comment. We can write the question, write a program to print, what to print? Hello world. Hello world. Sorry. Okay. So these are known command lines. These are very essential in programming. Whenever you want to write something which is useful for the programmer, not for the computer, you can give command lines. There are two types of command lines. One is single line command line, another is multiple line command line. Multiple lines command line can be done by this. You can write like this. Okay. Ending with asterisk slash asterisk, then dot, then asterisk slash. Okay, so our first rule or first step is preprocessor directive, then header file, then beginning of the main function, then curly braces beginning. Okay, after that what is the question? To write hello world or print hello world. I guess in this case we don't need any variable. Okay, so if you don't need any variable to store any data, so there is no requirement of local variables. Okay, then we can directly jump to what? Body of the program. So body of the program says it want to print hello world. How to print hello world? There is a predefined function printf. How to know it's a function? Because it is followed by parenthesis. Okay, what to print? Whatever you want to print, you have to pass it through the argument of the function by the double quotes. Within the double quote, you can pass whatever you want to print. Just say like this. Okay, you want to print hello, then world. So hello world will be printed in the terminal screen. Okay, we'll check that. Then what? Then is it is a statement, right? So in the previous file we have discussed every statement should end with what? Semicolon. Okay. Okay. Now body of the program is done because the purpose of the program is to print hello world. This is done. Then what next? Return 0. Okay, then again it is also a statement, so followed by semicolon. Okay, file is okay, we can save it. Okay, let me just remove this semicolon, then save it. Okay, we'll let you know why I'm removing it. Okay, just then close it. Then how to compile a C programming file or source file? There is one command gcc which stands for GNU C compiler. Then space, then followed by file name. File name is hello.c. Then enter. What will happen? It will cross-check the program whether the program is written well or any grammatical or syntactical mistake is there. Okay. Okay, it is showing hello.c in function main in line number 7 because it is written line number 7 1 error expected semicolon before return. Okay, लाइन नंबर 7 में रिटर्न से पहले कहीं पे सेमीकोलन मिसिंग है. So compiler actually does what? It shows the line number. It may be the case in that line that may be any error, or in the program above to that line that may be any error. So we have to cross check the total lines before line number 7. Okay. Oh yes, return 0 is here. Here it is okay because it is ended with semicolon. Then line number 6 maybe have some error. Printf within double quote hello world. Okay, semicolon is missing. Yet again it is written semicolon before return. Okay, fine. So now we can save it. Control S, then close this, Alt F4. Now we can compile it once again. GCC, then hello.c. Okay. Okay, fine. Now it is compiled successfully because there is not showing any error. How to run the compiled file? Okay, before that I'm checking the list of document present in the directory ls. Okay, hello.c we have created, and before that there are two files present. So there is something called a.out. A.out is nothing but the executable file which is being created by GCC command after completion of successful compilation. Okay, how to run that a.out file? We can just write dot then forward slash a dot out. Okay, press enter. See, here is our output, hello world. Okay, I guess the spelling of hello is a little wrong. So how to change it? We can change the program. Okay, gedit, then hello.c. We can change it here, hello, and again save it, close it. Now we want to check what is the output. To check the output we have to write /a.out, but again it is showing hello.world because we changed the source code but we did not compile it again. So every time you change anything in a program file you have to compile it one more time. Okay, how to compile? GCC then hello.c, enter. Okay, now again run it, /a.out, hello world. It is correct now. Okay, so today's lecture we discussed what are the syntax or what is the proper grammar of writing C program. These are the steps. These are the basic steps. Before that we actually discussed the generalized syntax, but this one is the essential one for the beginners. We should focus on all these 7 steps. We should not do any mistake on these 7 steps. Then we discuss how to write the program. So this is our first program to how to print hello world. So hash include is the preprocessor directive, then stdio.h is the header file, standard input output header file. Then int main is the main function. Okay, why it is int we will discuss later on. Then starting curly braces, then body of the program, then return 0, then ending curly braces. Okay, then we discuss how to compile. Compilation is GCC, then file name .c, then how to run it, /a.out. Okay, for today's lecture I think this much is okay. In next lectures we will discuss some more new topics, how to write C program in depth one by one we will discuss. Thank you till then. If you like the video, then like it, share it and subscribe it.